We live in a world where trust is a scarce commodity and a heavily guarded pedestal that we can only be promoted to when we let people know that we can go above and beyond to meet their expectations. What is more worrisome is the fact that a lot of people, especially young people, don't trust their guts to take audacious steps to change the world around them. As a result, our ability to help the people around us gets buried in the bleachers of self-doubt, jealousy, social-cultural barriers, and many other conditions that limit us from creating big changes through small acts. I am Alpha Habib Bangura, a proud Sierra Leonean and a 10th grade dropout on a mission to change the African development narrative by upskilling Africa's greatest resource, its young people. I graduated with a first-class Bachelor of Arts degree with honors in global challenges from the African Leadership University in Kigali, Rwanda. In my undergraduate studies, I concentrated on three primary areas: education policy, research, and youth skills development. This choice allows me to contribute to education reform, development research using applied quantitative and qualitative methods, and building the human capital of young people, as well as public and private sector personnel at different levels through coaching and bespoke program design. Today, I want to share with you two turning points in my leadership journey that changed my life forever. Both turning points were small acts that ignited big changes. The first came through a friend of mine from high school. His name is Kawusu Kaba. Kawusu was my senior prefect at the Prince of Wales School in the 2011-2012 academic year. He was a top-performing business student in our batch. On 12th April 2017, I received a WhatsApp message from Kawusu in these exact words: "Alpha, please check out this opportunity and apply now, because I know you need it and you're qualified for it." His message came at a time when being strong was all I had left. I had received 3 rejections from my dream undergraduate university, the African Leadership University, before finally being admitted. I got admitted and paid a non-refundable fee of $250 to secure my seat. Then I got stuck because I had no money to cater for my livelihood, not even a one-way flight ticket to take me from Sierra Leone to Rwanda. When I received Kawusu's message about the Wells Mountain Initiative Scholarship for Changemakers in Developing Countries, I submitted the application that very day. Fast forward to 1st August 2017. I became the second Sierra Leonean to be awarded a WMI scholarship. Boy, I felt so proud of myself. For 4 years, WMI supported my education and leadership development while I lived and studied in Rwanda. That wouldn't have been possible if not for the love and kindness of my friend and high school senior prefect, Kawusu Kaba, who shared the opportunity with me on deadline day. By just clicking send, he gave me the keys to success. I went on to become the first Secretary General of the Student Representative Council at my university and co-founded a Pan-African movement on campus known as Kupambana Africa to rekindle the spirit of Pan-Africanism in African youth. I was also among the founding group of students and staff who built the university's peer counseling program to support students to grow in knowledge and build a community of transformational leaders by providing psychosocial, emotional, and technical support to my fellow students through lessons like stress management, coping skills for grief and loss, diversity, gender-based violence, sexual harassment, and consent, etc. One small act of kindness from KAUSU enabled me to play my part in our continent's growth, as Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere called all Africans to do. The second turning point came about as a commitment I made to work for free. In other words, you can call it volunteerism. In a normal academic year at ALU, prior to COVID-19, the months of January, February, and March create some moments of panic among students. That's the time we start receiving piles of emails from the career development team to update our internship status in the student portal so that the team can and will be able to track the professional growth of all students during the summer while we're on internship. I started applying for internships on New Year's Day 2019, and I got 5 out of 5 rejections in professional chocolate-coated words. We received turns of applications for this role. Your application was quite impressive, but unfortunately, we're unable to offer you an internship at the moment. After all the no's I received, I wanted to give up dearly. But my guts told me to share my frustration with a Sierra Leonean classmate of mine who had already gotten an internship at Heineken Africa Foundation to work in Freetown. He asked me a simple question. If you care so much about education policy and youth skills development, why not pitch your research to the mayor of Freetown and request an internship? Boy, that was the game changer. I reflected on his question and put all my documents together and sent the mayor an email telling her about my research on the impact of learning environment on student performance, and how I would love to work with her office to amplify the Freetown City Council's response to addressing challenges in schools across the municipality. In 48 hours, I got a reply from the mayor of Freetown. Before that time, I had not met her, but I had watched countless number of videos in which she had delivered speeches and impact statements. I had read her work countless times. So you can imagine the way I beamed with joy when she replied to my email. She told me, "We need you on board, but we can't afford to fund your flight to come home. And we won't be able to put you on a paid internship." For a second, I took a pause. And then I gladly accepted the offer and told her I would get back to her. Fast forward, I got a round-trip sponsorship from the School of Wildlife Conservation at my university. The internship was for 5 months, from May to September 2019, to work as an education and environmental management intern in the mayor's delivery unit. Some of my friends on campus, Sierra Leoneans and other Africans alike, they questioned my desire to undertake an internship that would not have me paid to complement the living expenses of staying and studying in Rwanda. I told them, hey guys, look, this is simply a call of duty to my country. I could not turn down this offer of giving back to my country in my beloved city. Being a 2017 Wells Mountain Initiative Scholar, I also had an obligation of giving at least 100 hours of my precious time every year to community service and leading acts of kindness to people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. That internship allowed me to give 552.5 hours of voluntary community service to my city. While completing the internship, I co-managed a tree planting project in which my team and I planted 1,500 trees across 12 schools in the city. We planted 3 varieties of trees that are of medicinal and economic value to the community. The varieties were neem tree, jacaranda, and jackfruit. Over that period, I co-organized the 2019 NPSC Data Conference for primary school pupils in Freetown to take public exams in safe, credible, and transparent conditions. After completing my internship, the mayor asked me to stay with the team and volunteer my time remotely while I was in Rwanda. Without hesitation, I volunteered for another 15 months, during which I managed the Women for Climate Mentorship Program. The mentorship program was designed by the Freetown City Council in partnership with the C40 Network and the Sierra Leone Women Engineers. The program supports emerging women leaders to become more expert influencers while mobilizing others to be influential in their efforts to accelerate action on climate change. What did I really gain from working without pay? Let me tell you. 2 things. First, I gained an experience that money can't buy. A first-hand experience in public service. That experience helped me nurture a passion for addressing climate change through education. It also made me realize that the best way to take action to address climate change is not to just talk about it, but to act so that others can follow the examples you and I set. Second, volunteering with the Mayor's Delivery Unit in 2019 led me to where I am today, and I'm so proud of myself. On 11 February 2021, I received double congratulations from Sierra Leone. 1, for graduating with a first-class degree in global challenges. 2, for getting an offer to work as project lead in the mayor's office, full-time. In my role within the mayor's office, I serve as the Freetown City Council's representative to the School Leaders Support Program, and I work with a dynamic project leadership team and the council to deliver the project, resulting in improved school performance in Freetown. I also provide technical and advisory support to Freetown's and Africa's first Chief Heat Officer in meeting outcomes on urban heat and climate resilience. Over the last 14 months, I have been able to provide training, mentorship, and administrative support to school leaders across 519 schools within the city of Freetown. My team and I recruited and trained 24 cluster mentors and strategically managed over 3,000 school visits and provided high-level oversight on 11,129 classroom observations in these 519 schools since the start of the project in March 2021. I've also been able to supervise the distribution of teaching and learning materials to 906 schools in the Western Urban District in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. My journey and the road that I have traveled has been my greatest source of inspiration. Because if I survived being a school dropout, and I have shown dedication and consistency to go through some of the toughest moments of my life, it simply means I can do it anytime, any day, as long as I set my heart to it. So if you're going to take away anything from my talk today, this is what I want you to take home. 1, be like my friend, Kausu. We're all social beings. We have so many people in our lives. Whatever it is that you can do to elevate the next person around you, I tell you, don't hold back what it is that you have the unique ability to offer. Create opportunities for your friends, family, loved ones, and even strangers. 2, my achievements did not come by magic. I saw opportunities to act and render my service, and I took them. One of my favorite motivational speakers of all time, Les Brown, will always say, and I quote, "It is better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared for it." The third and final take home. You have to be willing to create change in your community without putting financial benefit before the impact that comes out of the change you create. We need to put service before money and build the character and personal brand of giving quality work to humanity. After all, the money will finish, but the skill and experience will remain with you for other endeavors that will eventually earn you millions, if not billions. My name is Alpha Habib Bangura. Thank you for listening.